Hello. I don't really know how to start this video, so I'm just going to talk about it. In my quest to become a rich and famous YouTuber, I think it is. I don't really have an internet presence, so I've never talked to anyone about this stuff. But I think at least something can help. I don't know if it will, but yeah, I think as you can see from the title, if anyone's watching this is about Black Lives Matter and the future. Uh, and I will explain what that means in a moment. But what I want to say is that at this point, if you are staying silent about this, if anyone was ignorant about systematic racism, this should be a wake up call to anyone who has been ignorant about the situation, ignorant about, you know, police brutality. And the reason I'm making this video is because at this point, where we are in our lives, it's 2020, man. It is worse to stay silent about the situation. It really is. These are human rights. You know, black people in America have a right to not fear for their lives when they go out in public. If anyone watches this in the future, if I'm finally rich and famous, forgive me if I accidentally put like a wrong link or something. But okay, so what's the point of making this video? Black Lives Matter and the future. There are 2 points that I want to talk about in this video. Hopefully, it is a positive point. Um, and what I want to talk about was one, a quote that I saw. Uh, and the reason I want to talk about this quote is because it actually made a big impression on me. This quote, I would hope, and I would wish that it would be one of those quotes that in the future you would see in your history books and, you know, it would be like one of those MLK quotes or Gandhi quotes or something, something that I wish we would see in our history books, and it would really make an impression on people, just like it did for me. But I don't remember exactly what I said. I think I'll put it on screen. But I think it said something like, if you have to learn about racism, you are in a privileged position. And I wholeheartedly agree with this. How many kids grow up living their lives, normally, not fearing anything, and it isn't until they become teenagers that they learn that there is some kind of systemic racism, targeting minorities, targeting black people, that they are excluded from. And if you are one of those people that had to learn about racism and racist past and some racist roots, you you should help. You should be helping. You should be using your power, you should be using your privilege in a way that helps other people. And the second thing that I want to talk about, which is probably the main point of this video, is the protests. And again, I wanted to talk about this in a way that seems supportive, and hopefully I can give some optimism to those people who are still protesting. Um, I saw this, this came to me when I was on Twitter and I was in bed, and I was looking at some pictures of the protests. And what I wanted to say about it was, you are living in history. You, people who are out there really protesting, not doing it for the clout, you are history in the making. And I say that because we've all seen those pictures of, in the 60s, in the 90s, and early 1920s or something. We've all seen those pictures of police brutality against, time and time again. We've seen the same pictures again and again, again. The Women's March, the LGBTQ march. Sorry if I said that wrong. We've seen history repeating itself. But what's very interesting is that we see change come along not so long after that. You are the people who are peacefully protesting. You are making history. There will be a time in the future that we look back and we will see those pictures. Maybe those pictures will be in our textbooks. Probably not. but you are making history. And that is the point that I want to come across, and that's the point that I want to tell you. But yeah, that's probably what I want to say. Um, and yeah, keep fighting a good fight. Uh, so hopefully I'll get better at this video making thing. I'm hoping I will. And it's probably the only political video that I'm going to make. So